Seguinte, pessoal, agora a gente vai estar acompanhando as quartas de finais do lado da eliminatória, beleza? Find de Val, Use de Jayan, Power de Remain e Lopes de Rick. E no caso, seria esse menino e o Baraza, beleza? Bora lá, vamos ver como é que eles vão sair. Lembrando que o Fiend tava trazendo Hattori na última partida que a gente assistiu, né? Agora ele tá vindo de Val, Stivone.
Stivone crossover, I should say. Oh, right now, there's definitely a lot of swords. So remember earlier we had like 4 axes on the screen, right? Yeah. And all you could hear was axe sounds. Now, right now, all I'm hearing is sword sounds. And granted, it's only 2 players doing it, but still, that's a lot of swords.
You know, a weapon we don't see quite often. I think one of the benefits of twos is that one of the things you want in twos is a big weapon to kind of, keep people away from you. Sword doesn't really get afforded that comfort.
Ooh, okay, just barely missing out on that, but Lopez still on the right mind, right track, trying to find a way to open things up and get some damage, extend some combos out a little bit further, but Lopez also almost losing a stock in that process as well. Now look at them, man. They are separated here. Okay, they do end up getting them in the process. Now they got a quick little 2v1 power, quick little punch to Fiend, sending him off stage, giving themselves a little bit of breathing room, and they're going to be able to hold on to this stock, avoiding that 2v1 scenario entirely.
Really good preservation of the stock here from Power, and you get hit by that end light.
Caraca, nice. Salvou o Fiend.
And Power still fighting there, looking for that side air connection as well, and playing aggressively off stage, even high damage. And okay, Yu's finding a stock, but so does Lopez, as both of the players now in a 1v1 situation. Lopez
salvou
very aerially with Greatsword, which is interesting because a lot of people think of Greatsword as a very dominating grounded weapon, but it has some strengths in the air as well. Nice pickup from Power.
Caraca, nice.
What a crazy conversion, like a 10-hit combo. And now Fiend looking to lose their stock quite quickly here, as the blue team just need this one big hit. Lopez getting that down light there and getting a nair on Use, and just really creating some problems here for Fiend.
Yep. Okay, there we go. Some nice damage from Use. Really utilizing that sword. Use
good one, man.
All right. No, but seriously, Ada's doing a really good job building up a lot of damage here. But I mean, they are still a little bit behind.
Caraca, salvou muito Fiend.
And honestly, okay, well,
mesmo que sem querer, salvou muito, velho.
That stock again with these curses, man.
Double N-Sig comes out from the red team. Does find a connection, or maybe Fiend did, I already forgot, but Lopez getting the downline into the recovery. One of the
de novo, caiu dos dois lados.
Still finding almost 100% success rate so far with that downlight recovery, and a weird spot as Power sends his own teammate into the crossfire there. That was kind of weird. Yeah, nice little juggle from Use, who goes for that nair after the recovery. Didn't find it, but some decent damage as Use is looking to be is the only player with their second stock still online, playing very aerially with this Greatsword, which is interesting. You're used to seeing a lot of grounded play from Greatsword, but only reserving it to when you're fighting those KOs. And the red team with quite a big lead, Power reversaling, but Use has one more there. See this 1v1, maybe he's going to play aggressively here, but Use lands with the unarmed, and yeah, it's over.
Yeah, miss spacing there, but
não tem como levar essa parte ali. Mudança de mapinha, galera. Let's go.
A tough time for a little bit, but either way, we all got through it. We're all here. We're all in a better spot right now. At least I hope so. And right now, I would definitely say that Use and Fiend are in a good spot because they're up 1-0.
Yeah, I think interesting to note, Fiend and Use have played against Power and Lopez before, and they were able to take it 3-1. But this has been the tournament of breaking set streaks. So we're going to see if a streak continues or starts here, or if they're able to make this comeback happen. But right now, Lopez and Power, although playing very well, just like these last situations where Use just plays so elusively and so difficult to catch. And yeah, I know South Americans like Demon Island, but I don't think this is a good call versus Use. I think Use on the Greatsword is just too dominant, finding these KOs really, really early.
Okay.
Oof, nice little open up there, but immediately getting caught with that downlight into recovery. Fiend chasing high with that recovery as well. Power burning the dodge, getting caught by Use, but Lopez disrupts just enough to give some time to Power, but Power in a terrible spot right now. As I say that N-Sig will find a connection. You don't see a lot of that Jayu and N-Sig, but when it does connect, it does have quite a bit of force behind it. Not a lot, but enough.
Enough to make a difference, but here we are, Use. Ooh,
Sweat
okay.
Beads, wow, able to make it back there. So does Fiend,
and I like
the
that.
blue team.
I think just trying to be a buffer between him and Fiend. Trying to be like, hey, come out here, I dare you. But then, able to get his touch on that wall as well. Very crucial, very crucial.
I mean, this is Yu's still on his first
Caraca, o
stock.
Yus,
This is one of the
Yus tá
things
indo
that
muito bem,
we saw
velho.
last game, and a big part of their success has been Yus, who gets one hit, and chase dodge is so difficult to punish even on hit because you're just chase dodging after the bridge. And sig attempt from Fiend there, who uses that as a pseudo jump as well to set up a downlight. Didn't find the connection, but I like these ideas from Fiend, who's getting a majority of the damage here. And already the blue team one hit away for both their stocks. Yu's getting a stock there, and finally losing their first stock. Fiend getting a nair. Lopez able to barely survive. That's Barraza's high defense for you.
Yeah, but this actually is a bit of a problem here. I mean, Lopez is probably going to be losing the stock very soon, especially with Yu's back on board here. Going to be able to, put on some pretty good damage, but ends up losing that stock in the process, and Power is in some trouble. They are struggling a little bit. They do find their way back onto stage. The 2v1 is now over. Lopez coming through and kind of reminding everybody that he's still here.
Yeah, Fiend definitely, I was going to say, about to lose.
Caraca.
Use, and now we're in a last stock here.
That was big. That was big. They needed that. All right. Ooh, yeah, big axe hits by blue team right now. They are going to town with these. Oh my goodness, the damage they're outputting.
Oh, using a bit terrible.
Caraca, mano. O Yus foi muito rápido, bicho. Que isso? Meu Deus.
One more hit is all it takes. Lopez missing the downlight. A chase dodge diagonally down to get away, and Fiend somehow still in this game. Maybe not for much longer, but I mean, you have to applaud the fight here from Fiend. The downlight. One more downlight should be enough. Val not having the most defense ever. As I
Caraca, mano. Não esperava eles dominarem a partida assim do nada, tá ligado? Parece que foi muito aleatório. Sem mudança de picks. Mudança de mapa. Bora lá.
Came down to the fact that the weapon spawns were just not popping up, and any convenient spot, like I think the one weapon spawn we saw popped up on the other side of the stage, and you got two blue dudes to try and get through, and that was just not possible. So we'll definitely see how this next game works out. I mean, definitely came down to the wire. We'll see if red team can kind of like, bunker down a little bit, because I feel like you kind of let it slip through your fingers.
I like these, slight 1-2s that they're getting from the onesie-twosies, as Skip would say, with these open-ups, with the gauntlets and the sword, and very, very tight combos as well, because Use gets them and then immediately gets away from danger. You don't want to get reversaled by the blue team because they have very, very strong juggle tools in both of the weapons for both players. Nice side here there from Use. Lopez in a terrible spot. Does make it back somehow, though. Sometimes getting put in really terrible spots, but Power able to find that ground pound. Another ground pound comes out from Lopez.
Nice,
and a
ainda
ground pound from Fiend. And somehow the stocks are somewhat okay. Never mind. The ground pound comes in again. I said ground pound 6 times because all 6 hit.
Okay.
Nice reversal.
Yeah, right now, though, red team doing a really good job controlling that left side of the stage. I mean, Power just trying to get back on. And it gets a little bit of an extra assistance so they can float up a little high there. But yeah, that was just really good, like a good 10 to 15 seconds of them just kind of controlling that space. And blue team just trying to find a way to kind of, reunite with each other. And Use, again, stock tanking here. My goodness, that is a deep red.
And that's not even defense stats, Jaeyun. It's also on damage. So not only is Use preserving using that movement, but also just doing a lot of damage in the process. Nice conversion into that Barraza side stick to close out that stock. And now the red team down a stock here, but it's not too bad as Lopez has quite a bit of damage racked up on him already. Nice recovery.
Yeah, they're definitely playing really strong right now. It seems to be a little bit of a rough start into a strong finish is kind of their special at the moment. Great damage.
Cara, praticamente igualaram o jogo.
Stock, but you put them just under red pretty much.
That Stavoni side stick looks crazy, by the way. I have not seen that before. It looks big. It looks like the hitbox is bigger.
It's the skin power up.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it looks crazy. It's the Rose Quartz bubble charge there. Yeah. Nice recovery from Fiend to send Power high, and Use once again stock taking, Power stock taking as well, but finally getting caught by that gauntlet recovery, and yeah, it looks crazy.
Yep. Okay. And now trying to find a way in here.
Nice landing side air. That's going to force Use on their last stock. So everybody on their last stock. 2 players with fresh stocks, though. Might be getting down to 1v1 territory. We'll see. They're able to find the stock on Fiend, though. The blue team having very good chances in taking this game.
Yeah, but it's also the same for if they can find a way to get Lopez out of there. So it really kind of comes down to both teams playing a little bit of a game of cat and mouse. And it looks like one mouse was caught. And now the red team, they're going to be looking to take advantage of this situation. They absolutely need to. They cannot be falling.
Mano, ele forçou muito o use da dodge. Caraca! Mano, não acredito, velho. Não acredito. Na moralzinha, velho. Não acredito. Vamos ver, vamos ver, vamos ver. Galera, não se esquece que vocês podem receber uma análise de replay, beleza? Lá no servidor do Discord, sendo membro a partir de R$ 7,99 no canal principal, beleza? Tá o link aí na descrição. Não esquece de entrar também no nosso servidor do Discord, também tá o link na descrição. Ai, meu Deus, meu Deus. Sem mudança de mapas e piques. Let's go.
That's the thing. It's like I love 2v1 scenarios because you can see some really cool team combos, or you can see the sickest comeback of all time. And it's just one of those two options. That's just what happens.
Clean stuff from Power, and if I'm Lopez, I'm definitely thanking Power for that game win, because now you're one game away from eliminating a team that beat you last time you guys met. So we'll see. Use trying to get something started on this greatsword, getting really stuffed out so far. Basically only getting 1 or 2 hits. A lot of the time it's down airs and side airs, and then immediate dashes away. We see that from Use, who waits out the swinging from Lopez with that gravity cancel downlight. A side stick comes in from both of the blue team. Powers does find a connection. Nice end light into recovery. Waits for the dodge in, finds a recovery. Lopez on the blasters right now, playing very, very well around. And yeah, that's just a crazy pop-up move. One of the best.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I think blue team might just have it here. They're playing so good right now. They're getting their openings. They're separating red team very well, getting some great damage combos in the process. They got that first stock, and man, Use was almost able to answer back, getting a stock for themselves. And actually, they do. And they get 2 actually in the process. So I mean, hey, after everything I said, of course, you know, they throw it all away.
Use once again stock tanking. This is a very similar scenario from what we saw game 1, where Use just held on, but it won't happen this time as that side light comes in. Nice X pivot on that nair. That's some pretty decent damage for the blue team as well. And Fiend definitely taking the punishment for Use holding on to that stock for so long.
Okay.
Quase que o Fiend vai, mano.
Yep, there we go. Blue team doing a really good job. Keeping the 2 of them separated here. Okay, gets 1 shot. And yeah, you know, red team's just doing a really good job of kind of battling their way back into this match. Granted, they just lost the stock there, but they're really not that far behind.
Nice landing side air from Lopez, a great disruption tool. It's been a lot of, I feel like the onus is on Lopez to continue to kind of be this big disruptor with the blasters, and on the axe just look to tap in these KOs. As I say that, finding a side air, and then immediately switching back to the blasters in an attempt to set up power on the axe. Nice side stick coming out from Fiend, though, with the double chase dodge to get away from danger. And the blue team with the stock lead once again.
I feel like they really needed to capitalize on that 2v1 scenario right there, because now, like, you just kind of allowed Power to just dance around a little bit. Granted, you do want to be careful. You have to respect Power. Fantastic player. So if, like, you get too, I guess, nonchalant in your approaches, he will punish you for that. Yeah.
Ooh, what an N-stick to call it. Jump back to center, and Power holding on to the gauntlets here.
Yep.
Oof. Oh, Lopez landing with a deep landing side air. Use landing with 1 as well. And
difícil do Use levar essa, viu?
Avoid Use and remain unhittable. The downlight into recovery comes in. Now the 2v1 situation. 1 stock separates the blue team from taking this set. They both throw their weapons away.
And the same art too. Same, basically, they all went to the same place.
And there it is.
Caramba, mano. Eles jogaram muito bem, jogaram muito bem. Galera, não se esquece que eu vou trazer bastante vídeo aqui sobre campeonatos pra vocês, tá bom? Gente, um grande abraço, um beijo e até a próxima. Tchau, tchau.